okay, everything matters. Your political situation, your financial issues, your social issues, everything matters. So a country like India, where we live, love this country just because of the mess around. So music is one of the factors that get affected, you know. So you can't really compare musicians abroad and India and how they are getting respect and how we are getting respect. It's the same thing. Suppose, talk about Zakir Hussain. He has a respect everywhere. He's a global personality. So it doesn't matter if he is not getting respect in India. He's a global icon. So there is no comparison actually.
Thank you so much. We'll have one last question from Vishal. Vishal has a question for Arijit Singh. There's a mic right behind you.
Good afternoon, Arijit, and it's an absolute pleasure to see you in person. We're really all excited in India and globally to see what Arijit now makes across in Mumbai per se. And with the 4 best corners of the country, right from Mira events to 9XM, to Dome, and obviously you spearheading the entire activity, what specifically are your thoughts on creating the so-called Arijit experience live in Mumbai through India, please? We'll be more than happy to hear your words and thoughts on the same. Thank you.
Well, I already told you I'm scared about the whole thing. I'm only concentrating on the show, and I'm really glad that this is happening, actually. The day we decided on the concept of doing Symphony in India, it was like a dream, and we thought it would not be possible if I don't do good, like in future. So I'm happy that it's happening because this show takes a lot of life, actually, life out of a lot of lives. So everyone together doing it, and it's actually like a dream that we're actually doing this. You know, I can't really believe that in India we can do such a, it's very pricey, it's very costly show, actually, that way. People are, believing in us, and I think tickets are getting sold. That's more important. And my only pressure is I need to deliver right, so that it keeps happening. Because we, even in the creative infrastructure, if you say we don't have musicians, that is the greatest problem that we are facing now. We are compiling musicians from everywhere, from Chennai, from Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata. We don't have a symphony orchestra, actually, but we're struggling. But at the end, what I think is we're struggling to do it, and I think it will help everyone, like all the musicians in the industry, out of the industry. I think they will get inspired. This is something that I feel responsible to do it. So I think that's the only thing I'm hoping that every one of us should deliver the best and make it happen for the people, for the music, and for the industry.
So Arijit, thank you for making dreams come to reality very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we're done with questions.
Arijit, in an interview, Aman Malik had told me that he wanted you to sing Suraj Aman.
Amal.
Yeah, he wanted you to sing Suraj Dubai, which is a very peppy number, which is not something that we have seen you do too often.
Yeah.
So, is there any genre that you would like to explore, something that you have not done?
Well, yes, I would like to explore classics. I haven't done swing, big band jazz swing. I would like to explore that. I tried to do that in Bombay Velvet, but unfortunately that song didn't come. So I would, again, we are having discussions with me and Amit. We were discussing about the same thing. Me and Preetham are also discussing about the same thing. I think this is a time we should do classics, and because jazz, big band, and swing used to happen, like in 60s and 70s. It used to happen. There's a big gap, so we should. I think that's what we should concentrate on. So that's.
Do you see you do that in the near future?
Sorry.
Do you see you do that in the near future?
I can't get you.
Will you be doing something like that in the near future only, or will it take some time?
It's not up to me. I would try to. See, I'm not a composer. I can't really compose and do it. So I would be waiting for composers to compose something like that, and if I can deliver, I hope it works that way.
Thank you.
Arijit, lastly, I just wanted to know, हम लोग जब उदास होते हैं आप खुश
I'm really happy about what he's believing. So he believes in me. That's the most important thing. But I don't have a call on the comment.
Thank you. We have
Arijit?
one more question. Yes.
Mr. Mazhar, my question is to you. Could you please elaborate a little on your thought behind Don't Musically Yours?
Sure. Which have been brought forward in front of us to bring something, like I said, what people really want is the kind of music that they wouldn't have seen before, and that's what we're trying to bring stuff which has not been done here before, and host different kinds of programs which can actually now come to Bombay since we have a proper indoor venue. And Don't Musically Yours. Don't Musically Yours, we want to bring that kind of music to them, to the audiences, what they have been waiting for, or probably what they have not seen actually before. So it's bringing the real life to real life. That's how we would put it.
Arijit, hi. I'm Swagata from Soundbox, and I would like to know that generally you have been typecasted as a romantic singer. So do you think that has hampered your growth in some way?
Well, see, I haven't planned my career like that, so whichever is coming, whichever songs that I'm getting, I'm happy with it. So I really don't care about if it's hampering or not. I don't really calculate it this way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. One last question.
Respect the kind of commercial benefit which a singer and musician get. In our country, I mean, when you compare that kind of respect or that kind of popularity or in terms of commercial benefit, it's nowhere. I mean, what comment do you have to make on it?
Well, how about if I put it this way? What is your call on Indian politics and United Nations politics? It's the same way around. See, I'll tell you something. Music is not an alien industry. It's in the industry. Okay, everything matters. Your political situation, your financial issues, your social issues, everything matters. So, a country like India, where we love this country just because of the mess around. So, music is one of the factors that get affected, So you can't really compare musicians abroad and India and how they are getting respect and how we are getting respect. It's the same thing. Suppose, talk about Zakir Hussain. He has a respect everywhere. He's a global personality. So it doesn't matter if he's not getting respect in India. He's a global icon. So there is no comparison actually.
Good afternoon, Arijit, and it's an absolute pleasure to see you in person. We're really all excited in India and globally to see what Arijit now makes across in Mumbai per se. And with the 4 best corners of the country, right from Mira events to 9XM, to Dome, and obviously you spearheading the entire activity, what specifically are your thoughts on creating the so-called Arijit experience live in Mumbai through India, please? We'll be more than happy to hear your words and thoughts on the same. Thank you.
Well, I already told you I'm scared about the whole thing. I'm only concentrating on the show, and I'm really glad that this is happening. Actually, the day we decided on the concept of doing Symphony in India, it was like a dream, and we thought it would not be possible if I don't do good, like in future. So I'm happy that it's happening because this show takes a lot of life, actually, life out of a lot of lives. So everyone together doing it, and it's actually like a dream that we're actually doing this. I can't really believe that in India we can do such a it's very pricey, it's very costly show actually that way. People are believing in us, and I think tickets are getting sold. That's more important. And my only pressure is I need to deliver right, so that it keeps happening. Because we even in the like creative infrastructure, if you say we don't have musicians, that is the greatest problem that we are facing now. We are compiling musicians from everywhere, from Chennai, from Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata. We don't have a symphony orchestra actually, but we're struggling. But at the end, what I think is we're struggling to do it, and I think it will help everyone, like all the musicians in the industry, out of the industry. I think they will get inspired. This is something that I feel responsible to do it. So I think that's the only thing I'm hoping that every one of us should deliver the best and make it happen for the people, for the music, and for the industry.
So Arijit, thank you for making the dreams come to reality very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we're done with questions.
Last question, please. Arijit here. In an interview, Amal Malik had told me that he wanted you to sing Suraj Amal.
Amal.
Yeah, he wanted you to sing Suraj Dubai, which is a very peppy number, which is not something that we have seen you do too often.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there any genre that you would like to explore, something that you have not done?
Well, yes, I would like to explore classics. I haven't done swing, big band jazz swing. I would like to explore that. I tried to do that in Bombay Velvet, but unfortunately that song didn't come. So I would again. We are having discussions with me and Amit. We were discussing about the same thing. Me and Preetham also discussing about the same thing. I think this is the time we should do classics, and because jazz, big band, and swing used to happen like in 60s and 70s. It used to happen. There's a big gap, so we should. I think that's what we should concentrate on. So that's.
Do you do that in the near future?
Sorry?
Do we see you do that in the near future?
I can't get you.
Will you be doing something in that in the near future only, or will it take some time?
It's not up to me. I would try to. See, I'm not a composer. I can't really compose and do it. So I would be waiting for composers to compose something like that, and if I can deliver, I hope it works that way.
Thank you.
अरिजीत, lastly, I just wanted to know, हम लोग जब उदास होते हैं, खुश होते हैं, आपके गाने सुनते हैं, लेकिन अरिजीत का किसको सुनना पसंद करते हैं? उस्ताद बड़े खान साहब, उस्ताद राशिद खान साहब, उस्ताद अमजद अली खान साहब, जॉन मेयर, जेसन मायर्स, Michael Bublé, Michael Jackson. Yeah, this is what I remember now. This is all on my playlist.
Thank you so much. We have one last question. Yes.
My question is to Gaurav Goenka, sir.
Nothing has been shortlisted as of now, but whatever event Meera will bring to you, I assure you it will be one of its kind. So you can look forward to some really good associations we'll have, and very shortly we'll be announcing our new ventures.
Okay, one last thing. To the officials, to all the officials here, I wanted to know what made you choose Arijit Singh over other singers, talented singers now.
I have a lot of his songs saved on my phone, but it wasn't just a personal decision. 9XM as a channel plays the latest, plays the hit Bollywood music. Right? There is a lot of play that Arijit's songs gets on 9XM, right? And this is feedback that we get from our fans on Facebook, on Twitter, and social media, where they kind of send us thousands and thousands of posts saying that please play this song, and a lot of them are Arijit Singh songs. So yes, who better than to kind of kick off this entire thing with him? So yeah, that was hard.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a big clap for Arijit Singh live happening at NCR Dome 5th of July.
गोविंद जल्दी करो मैडम को